Okay, let's dive into artificial intelligence. You hear the term AI thrown around everywhere, right? But what does it actually mean? For the next few minutes, let's just push aside all the sci-fi movies and the hype. We're gonna break down what AI really is, how it's already a huge part of your life, and honestly, why you should probably care.
So, I'm gonna start with a pretty bold statement. You, yes you, have already used AI dozens of times today, and I'm willing to bet you didn't even notice. Kinda wild, right?
You see, the thing about AI is it's not some futuristic fantasy anymore. It's here, it's now, and it's working behind the scenes in so many ways we just take for granted.
So let me ask you again, for real, have you used AI today? Just think back on your morning. What'd you do when you first woke up?
Did you, check a map app to see how bad traffic was gonna be? Yep, that's AI predicting your commute. Did your music app suggest a new playlist? AI again. That spam filter that keeps your inbox clean? You guessed it. It is literally all around us.
So, what is all this stuff? Well, at its very core, artificial intelligence is all about one thing: building machines that can do things that usually need a human brain. Thinking, learning, problem solving. That's the big idea.
But how on earth did we get here? How did we go from a sci-fi idea to something that tells you when to leave for work? Well, it turns out there was a kind of secret recipe that finally came together to create the AI boom we're seeing right now.
Now, this journey started way back in the 1950s, with pioneers like Alan Turing asking that huge question, can machines think? But it wasn't a straight shot to the top. There were these long periods called AI winters, where progress just stopped. The funding dried up, the computers just weren't powerful enough. It was a long, slow start.
But then, around the 2010s, a perfect storm hit. Suddenly, we had all the right pieces. Think about it like you're baking something amazing. First, you need the ingredients. We got tons of data from the internet. Second, you need a better oven. We got these incredibly powerful computer chips called GPUs. And finally, you need the actual recipe, smarter than ever algorithms that knew what to do with all that data.
And the core of that recipe is something called machine learning. This is the real game changer. Instead of a programmer writing out every single rule, we just let the machine learn on its own. It's kind of like teaching a toddler what a cat is. You don't give them a list of rules, right? You just show them a bunch of pictures of cats until, eventually, their brain just gets the pattern. Okay, now take that idea and level it up. That's deep learning. If machine learning is just spotting the cat, deep learning is like asking the system to not only see the cat, but also figure out its breed, guess its mood, and understand everything else going on in the photo. It uses all these complex layers to find super subtle patterns in huge amounts of data. And this is where AI started doing things that felt like magic.
Which brings us to the main event, the star of the show today, generative AI. This is the stuff that's got everybody talking, and for a really good reason. It's a massive leap forward because these AI systems don't just understand things, they create brand new things. Original content that has never existed before. So think of the difference like this. For decades, AI was really good at analyzing things that already existed to find patterns or answer questions. But generative AI, it can take a simple request from you and create a totally new poem, a breathtaking image, or even functional computer code from scratch. It's a huge shift from just analyzing to actually create it.
And this isn't just a cool tech demo. This stuff is already out in the wild, changing just about every industry and every part of our society. Just look at how widespread this is. Businesses are using it for customer service. In healthcare, it's helping doctors spot diseases earlier and develop new medicines faster. In schools, it could give every single student their own personalized tutor. And like we said, it's already running the show behind the scenes of our daily lives.
Okay, but we need to take a quick time out here to separate the science from the fiction. This is so important to remember. Today's AI is not conscious. It doesn't think. It doesn't have feelings. It is, at the end of the day, an incredibly sophisticated and powerful pattern matching tool. That's it.
And whenever you have a tool this powerful, you've also got huge responsibilities. We have to figure out how to use this amazing technology, and that means walking a very careful ethical tightrope. This quote right here, it really gets to the absolute heart of the problem we're facing. And AI is only as good as the data it learns from. Garbage in, garbage out. And that leads to some massive challenges. Number one is bias. If an AI learns from data that reflects our own human biases, it's just going to spit those biases right back out, maybe even make them worse. It's like a student who only ever reads from a flawed, biased textbook. Then there's privacy. These systems need so much data to work, which forces us to ask some really tough questions about our personal information. And of course, there's the big one, job displacement. Automation is going to change the job market, no doubt about it, and we need to be ready for that.
So where's this all headed? Well, the trend is pretty clear. We're moving away from AI being a specific app you open and more towards it just being a seamless, helpful assistant that's built into everything we do, at home, at work, everywhere.
And that brings us to the final and maybe most important idea. This whole conversation, it isn't just for the tech experts in Silicon Valley. It's for all of us. AI is one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever created. So the real question isn't just what AI is going to do next. The real question is, what role are you going to play in making sure it creates a future we all actually want to live in?